This is the story of Mary and of her husband, Joseph. They lived in the days of King Herod in a city of Galilee called Nazareth. One day, God sent the angel Gabriel down to Nazareth, and the angel appeared before Mary. My name is Gabriel, the angel said, and my place is in God's presence. I have been sent to speak to you and to bring you good news. The Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women. Mary was much troubled at hearing the angel speak so. But the angel said, Mary, do not be afraid. You found favor with God. You will have a son, and will call him Jesus. He shall be great, and men will know him for the Son of the Most High. His kingdom shall never have an end. And Mary said to the angel, Let it be according to your word. And with that, the angel left her. It happened that in the days that followed, a decree went out from the Emperor Augustus, ordering all of the people to be registered and taxed. All had to go and give their names, each in his own city. And so Joseph, being of the family of David, went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to David's city in Judea, a place called Bethlehem, to give his name there. Joseph asked for a room, but the innkeeper said there was no room for them at the inn.
No room. Nearby, there were shepherds in the fields, keeping a night watch over their flocks.
The glory of the Lord shone about them. This day, in the city of David, a Savior has been born for you, the Lord Christ himself. This is a sign by which you will know him. You will find the child lying in a manger. And out of the east, 3 wise men came, and the star went before them. And when the star stood still over where the child was, they went in. They found the child there with his mother Mary, and they knelt down to worship him. And then they opened their treasures and presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And all the angels sang in the heavens, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men."
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Whoa, Dunder! Whoa, Blitzen! Whoa!
It's Santa Claus. I don't believe it. All right, Smarty, you'll see. Oh, Santa.
Hello, Virginia. Hello, Jackie.
How did you know our names? Because he's Daddy. Dressed up, that's how. He is not Daddy. Well, he's not a real Santa Claus. Aren't you really?
Come here, children. Come on, Jackie. Yes, I'm really Santa Claus, and I want you to believe in me. For children who don't believe in Santa Claus, miss the joy of Christmas.
Tell us a story, Santa.
Tell you a story? Certainly. I'll tell you about the monkeys' Christmas. A story you'll always remember.
Monkeys don't have a Santa Claus.
Indeed, they do. Monkeys, you know, are very much like human beings in many ways. And sometimes they do the very same things that we do. For instance, in the spring, they like to get out in the open. And there is a place called Monkey Mountain, where there's always sunshine and monkey shine. There are good monkeys and bad monkeys. But here is Charlie, a good little monkey who likes pretzels. And although monkeys don't like to go into the water, Charlie is willing to swim for one. But the selfish monkeys want to get Charlie's pretzel the easy way. And no matter how he tries, he can't get away from those bad monkeys who steal his dainty morsel. But when it comes to bananas, all monkeys make pigs of themselves. Even Charlie's in there getting his share, gobbling up skins and all. You've seen people like that, who don't want to give anybody else a chance. Oh, well, it's all in fun. Well, eating too fast and too much lands this fellow right into the doctor's office. Serves him right. Open wide now. My, what a funny face. Sometimes monkeys catch cold. So like good little monkeys, they take a hot foot bath before going to bed. If sick monkeys do what they're told, they get well quickly. That's good for all of us to know, isn't it? Now let's see. What else do I know about those little fellows? Oh, yes. Monkeys celebrate other holidays, too. On Halloween, they duck for apples. But, after all, ducking for apples is the hard way. It's easier to pick them out. And on Halloween night, they dress up in funny costumes and wear masks just as you do.
But you were going to tell us about the monkey Christmas and about the monkey Santa Claus. Yes, Santa, please tell us more.
Well, let's see. When Christmas draws near, even the bad monkeys try to be good. And they even get all prettied up for the Christmas holidays. The girl monkeys put on their nicest dresses and hats and try to look their best. The boy monkeys see that their hair is cut and their fingernails are trimmed and polished. Well, 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 that soap must taste pretty good. He wants more. Monkeys usually live in trees or on monkey mountains. But these monkeys have heard all about Santa Claus and how he comes down the chimney. But they can't have a chimney unless they have a house. So there's nothing else to do but build a house. No, children, that's not mortar. Something tells me that it's whipped cream, or he wouldn't be taking such a big portion. And then the great day arrives, and down the chimney comes the monkey Santa Claus. And what a time is in store for those good little monkeys. Toys galore and a whole room filled with surprises. So you see, children, monkeys are very much like you in many ways, except one.
What way is that?
They know they're monkeys, but you don't.
Oh, I know I'm not a monkey. But you are really Santa Claus, aren't you?
Virginia, I'm going to answer your question by telling you what to say to any of your little friends who lose the wonderful spirit of Christmas. They do not believe except they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible to their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they be men's or children's, are little. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Not believe in Santa Claus? You might as well not believe in fairies. Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that is no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that neither men nor children can see. Did you ever see fairies dancing on the lawn? Of course not. But that's no proof that they are not there. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders there are, unseen and unseeable in this world. You can tear apart the baby's rattle and see what makes the noise inside. But there is a veil covering the unseen world which not the strongest man, nor even the united strength of all the strongest men that ever lived, can tear apart. Only faith, fancy, poetry, love, romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the supernal beauty and glory beyond. Is it all real? Ah, Virginia, in all this world, there is nothing else real and abiding. No Santa Claus. He lives, and he lives forever. 1,000 years from now, Virginia, nay, 10 times 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the heart of childhood.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted, and called them by name.
Now, Dasher. Now, Dancer. Now, Prancer and Vixen. On, Comet. On, Cupid. On, Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch. To the top of the wall. Now, dash away. Dash away. Dash away all.
As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too.
Whoa!
And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight,
Happy Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Once upon a time, in a far-off country, there lived a little orphan girl who sold matches. It was Christmas Eve, and everyone was much too busy to pay any attention to her. All the other children had warm clothes to wear, warm homes to live in, and fine Christmas dinners waiting on their tables. But the poor little match girl had none of these. If she didn't sell her matches, she wouldn't even have enough money for a bite of food or for the simplest shelter on this bitter cold night. Inside the big houses, there were Christmas stockings just waiting to be filled by Santa Claus. But what would Santa have for a poor little match girl? For her, a Christmas present was only something to dream about. If only she could get warm, that would be enough of a gift. She lit one of her precious matches. It gave off a pleasant warmth. But somehow, the light seemed strange. Was she just imagining? Or was it really? Yes, it really was Santa Claus. Santa nodded to her and said, "Come, I have something for you." Oh, how lovely! A warm fur cloak, her very first Christmas present. But that was only the beginning, for now Santa led her into his magic kingdom, where there were sights that no other child had ever seen. It was very mysterious there. The Iceman was so solemn, but somehow, even in this cold land, she felt warm. Santa made some funny motions and, presto, instead of his plain sack, there was a beautiful throne. And as she sat down, the little match girl felt as proud as a princess. So many surprises, she thought. I wonder what's going to happen next. Just then, Santa started banging on his little kettle. "Let's have some entertainment," he cried. Perhaps it was all only a dream, but such a lovely dream. Now that the dance was over, a very strange thing happened. Everyone began to disappear. It was most peculiar. But at least Santa was still here. Then the cloak slipped from her shoulders. Although the little match girl didn't realize it, her match had gone out. All that remained now was the cold snow and the memory of Santa and her first Christmas present. Quickly, she lit another match. Perhaps she would see something wonderful again. Slowly, as if from a great distance, a Christmas tree appeared, bigger and more beautifully decorated than any she had ever seen. Underneath the tree were the loveliest dolls, just like those she had seen in the windows of the most expensive toy shop. Oh, how she had wanted just one for her very own. When she looked up at the tree again, a lady appeared. A lady who looked like her lost mother. Was it really she, so gentle, so radiant? Truly, her match must be magic, for now it made the candles sparkle, and beneath its glittering light, lo and behold, the toys came to life. What a gay dance it had been, but now it was all over. Slowly, the dolls and the beautiful lady began to fade away. Again, all that remained of a dream was a burned-out match. Please come back, she cried. Please don't vanish like Santa Claus in the beautiful Christmas tree.
Mother, please don't leave me. Mother.
She had found her mother again, and now the little match girl would be warm and happy forever.